Welcome, everybody, to Sportsbook Review. I'm Mike Brenner, and today, that's right, we're talking once again with the PuckHeads. Dana Lane is joining us from Las Vegas, and unfortunately for me, Scott Carter's right here in the studio with me. This Vancouver Canuck fan. I think he finally got a win, his team. And with that being said, maybe he's going to be a little less negative today, and maybe just pump some energy into this video. So I'm pushing your buttons early. With that being said, welcome, guys. How did you do last week, Scotty, on your picks last show?
On Tuesday, I went 2-1, and my Canucks are the only team that I lost. I bet against them. Shouldn't have done that. But
wow.
Yeah, 2-1.
And what was that, about a minus
3-1. So I took a minus 1.5 goals. I took the Rangers minus the puck line.
Yeah, I should have pulled up my
yeah.
tweet, because that night, guys, I sent a tweet to Scott Carter. I said, see, you went against your own team on a puck line and you jinxed yourself. The puck line covered, but it damn sure wasn't that way. Hey, with that being said, I'm just giving you a hard time. Hey, Dana, how's everything going out your way?
Hey, everything's great, Mike. We're getting through the season, and we're about an eighth of the way through it already, and everything is going well. The only thing isn't going well is when I do Puckhead videos, but everything else is doing great.
I'm the same way, yeah.
That's all right, because guess what? It's called bounce back. And with that being said,
fine.
you know, the puck has been dropped now for a minute. What do you guys think? Is there any certain teams that maybe caught you by surprise? And who are the teams that maybe you think, you know what, they are just definitely underachieving and they're not cashing tickets? Help our viewers out.
I think go ahead. You can start first, Dana.
Hey, you want to ride off his tail again? Here we go. Hey, we're starting early today. Who won the head-to-head?
Was there a head-to-head last week?
Yeah, I think I won the second one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. It got quiet over this side. Okay. Dana, talk to us. Who do you like? Who's sticking their head out and who's kind of, under the radar right now as far as cashing tickets? Because that's the most important thing.
Yeah, Mike, as far as I'm concerned, the Washington Capitals so far this year, to me, is the cream of the crop, and I know that they took it on the chin in the last game.
Yeah,
but, for me, Mike, this team was one. I think this year is going to be a lot different than last year, because remember, nobody pushed the Pittsburgh or the Washington Capitals last year. They were President's Cup trophy winners with two weeks to go in the season, and I think Barry Trotz really had a hard time getting his guys ready for the playoffs. Well, this year's a different story, because the Penguins are pushing the Washington Capitals because they're neck and neck to start the season. But for me, the Washington Capitals, I think you're going to get more of a season group, and that's a team that I would look for if you're just looking for a team to back the rest of the year.
Okay, very well said. So Pittsburgh, the defending champions, stepping it up and putting some pressure on Washington. What's your take on that, Scotty? And what team sticks out for you that maybe has got some value hidden that our viewers don't know about?
Well, I agree with his assessment for sure, but also you got to keep looking at the Habs. They just keep winning. They got the best goalie in the league. He's 8-0 this year, and the team is just incredible. I think they're a little bit loose on the defense right now. They're giving up like 40 shots a game, which is a lot, but they have.
How about injury-wise? Is that team?
No, they're good.
Free?
They're good. Yeah, that's important. And good value teams. It's hard to say right now. It's still early, like Dana said. We're an eighth of the way through the season, so there's still a long ways to go.
Sure, there is.
But look at teams like Dallas right now. If you're riding against them with all those injuries, that's a huge.
Okay, what's going on with the New Jersey Devils? What's your feel on this team?
New Jersey, they're good. They got a lot of young talent, great goaltending. Schneider is one of the best goalies in the league.
A friend of mine told me right now, he said in the next couple of weeks, you might want to start backing this team. Yeah, so I haven't been able to dig in as deep as I want to, but I wanted to ask you guys.
Well, if you noticed my pick on Tuesday, one of them was the New Jersey Devils. And they
did it lose?
No, they won.
I'm just kidding you.
That was one of my ones that I've actually picked on the PuckHeads that won.
Okay.
No, but they're one of those teams that fly underneath the radar. You're right. Yeah. That they win. They're not like a big market team, so they're not really talked a lot about, like a West Coast team sometimes.
Yeah.
But
my friend called them quiet assassins, and he said, look out, the next couple of weeks, he said, you may want to back this team. And he knows I don't dig too deep into hockey because I got a lot going on. But he said, I'm telling you.
I'm doing it already. I'm backing them already.
He told me, Mikey, that's going to be an edge. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, let's get into what's most important, and that's cashing tickets tonight for our viewers in the NHL. Scott Carter, hit us with your first pick.
First one, I always look for value. Sometimes early in the day, every game isn't out there yet. Most of them are out there right now. So look for later on. There might be some other games that are posted, the lines and the totals as well. But right now, the one that sticks out for me is a home team Florida Panthers. UC Jokinen is back. He's been injured the whole season. He's back.
I heard he's back, yeah.
Yeah, and they got a good defenseman from the Rangers today. Yesterday, too. A big guy, 6'5", 235.
I saw an article on that. I didn't read it, but I saw an
update. They're at home plus 110 against the San Jose Sharks. Okay. They're up and down all year. They're 6 and 7. They're up and down. They're my team. I like San Jose, but I kind of like Florida to come out ahead in this one.
Okay, now if I'm correct, wasn't San Jose pretty damn good on the road last year?
They were way better than home. At home, they couldn't win a game.
Exactly. So that's what worries me about that. But if they're inconsistent already
that's
early,
what I'm thinking.
All right, there's again.
It's a value pick, right? You want to
I love it.
And the home team, you get them at home.
Love
all
the
those
breakdown.
factors,
Plus getting the injury guy back. So all right, I like it. Florida Panthers plus 110 at home. All right, Dana, what's your first pick, buddy? Hit us with it.
The first pick, Mike, is just a typical line movement. I mean, everybody is going to jump on the Winnipeg Jets because they had that huge win over a public team in the Dallas Stars, 8-2, and Patrick Laine is everybody's darling at this point. But you know, the other thing about Winnipeg that I do like is, you know, that first line of Scheifele and Ehlers has played extremely well. But with that being said, you know, the public only just remembers what they just saw, and that's why we're seeing a lot of Winnipeg money. Let's not forget, they still have the league's worst goals against average, allowing almost 4 goals a game. And Louis Domingue for Arizona has played extremely well in his last 6 games. He's only allowed 17 goals in his last 6, and Arizona is on a streak of winning 4 out of the last 6. So maybe we need to start changing the way that we view the Arizona Coyotes. They're not the team that started off as poorly as they did. They're playing a lot better, and I see a little bit of a letdown because if I'm Winnipeg, that win against Dallas is kind of a pinnacle win for me, and I don't know how you get back up for Arizona. So I'm going to take Arizona plus $1.08 for 5 units.
Wow, I like that breakdown
5 units.
Yeah, you got to think there's got to be a letdown after a win like that, especially with that amount of goals. They might be resting on their laurels and overlooking this Arizona team and thinking what a lot of the public thinks, and that's how they're the Arizona Coyotes, quietly getting better and putting some things together. I like the breakdown, Dana. I really like that information. Viewers, you heard it. Arizona plus 108 could be a very sharp call. Scott Carter, hit us with your next one.
I'm on the same game, but we're not going head-to-head necessarily. But,
okay.
He's right. Laine, that's the second hat trick of the year. Right, he's got the most goals in the NHL with 11. He's right about the goaltending. Smith is still out for the Arizona Coyotes, but their goalie stepped in, and it's been pretty good. And Winnipeg has been giving up a lot of goals, so I'm looking for a really high-scoring game. So I'm taking the over in this game.
Oh,
5.5.
The over, okay.
Well, minus 115. That's the line I got it at earlier.
Over 5.5.
Yeah,
I like that.
5.5. I'm looking at a really high-scoring game, and I think Arizona probably is going to win this game. Actually, to tell you the truth.
You want to go on record for that?
I'm just going to go with the total.
You jump in that car with Dana Lane.
I'm going to go with the total for now. I won't bug them against or
pull no Peter Loshak. Don't start that old big balls. I don't know. I'm on the lean, and I'm leaning Loshak.
I'm going to make some more picks at my Twitter feed at Canuck Carter. So check that out. There'll be some more picks for sure later in the day once some more lines are out. And
I'm sure Dana Lane will do that also at Dana Lane Sports.
Yeah, so right now we don't know who the goalies are going to be. Some of them are confirmed, but some of them are still up in the air. So
all right, but that's an official pick then is Arizona on the over.
Over
5.5 minus 115. All right, I like it. All right, Dana, with that being said, hit us with another one, buddy.
Well, sometimes, guys, a line tells you a story, and if you've been doing this long enough, you get kind of a gut reaction to things. I mean, Calgary is minus $1.17 over the Dallas Stars, and normally this would jump out and say, well, this has got to be wrong. But the way that the Dallas Stars have been playing, and we're gonna kind of play off that Winnipeg-Dallas game the other night and say, this Dallas team just is not the same team that we know or we've come to know. They've only had 1 win away from home this season. They lost 8-2 to Winnipeg the other night. That's their 3rd straight loss. And look, you look at them statistically. I mean, Tyler Seguin is doing okay offensively, but the problem with Tyler is he's not being responsible defensively. And if you even listen to him, he'll tell you in that Winnipeg game he gave up a lot of offensive chances. And there's something with this team.
Well, Dane, I got to interrupt you then. With all that being said, don't you think this is that game where Dallas says, screw this shit, I'm tired of this. This stops now, and we come out and we play some frickin' hockey like we know we're capable of. We just got our asses whooped 8-2. All right, something tells me that team might come out on fire tonight, and I may be wrong, but does that at all play into your thinking?
No, not at all, because there's a difference between a team that wants to come out and play with fire and a team that's capable of actually doing it. And I'm not sure that this Dallas Stars team is actually able to do it. I mean, we've talked numerous occasions about the fact that, Niemi and Lettinen in goal is just a 1-2 combination that's not going to carry you very far. And the only reason they did well last year is because they were offensively able to overcome their shortcomings in goal.
Exactly.
So tonight, that line to me is telling me that the bookmakers are begging you to take Dallas on a bounce-back effort. And I just, I watched the other day that the one of the few shortcomings for Florida or for Calgary is they're on their power play, and they worked an awful long time on that on Tuesday. I think you're going to get a much better effort from that aspect from the Flames, and I just think I think Calgary's going to win, and I think they're going to beat a Dallas team that's not only been beaten on the ice, but I think they're beaten mentally as well.
Okay, well, I can't argue with reason, that's for sure. Now, what was the best shop line on that again? Calgary minus 113?
Calgary minus 117.
117. Okay. All right. That's
great
the second play.
Yeah.
All right, Scott, how many? You got one more?
Well, I got one more. I'm going to piggyback
off
off that one. Well, yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
That was my third pick. I'm not going to,
Does he know you think that much of him? Yeah.
But he's right. I mean, the team is dejected. I think Jamie Benn, I read an article, he said that we hit rock bottom. And when a player says that,
God, it's too damn early in the season. They're already hitting rock bottom. My God, if I've ever heard of throwing in a white towel, are you serious?
Well, no, he said we hit rock bottom because of that game 8-2 loss.
Oh, God.
In Winnipeg,
okay,
right?
I thought you meant, I got you now. Yeah.
And I think the team is dejected, like he says. And you're right. It could work out that way.
It's
sports.
Me.
You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen.
They come out firing tonight. I might go head to head with the Puckheads. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's okay. It's okay. But here's one last point on that game. Brian Burke, the assistant GM, whatever, he called them out. He gives some big money to Johnny Hockey, Gaudreau, and Monahan in the offseason. Huge money. Yeah, and they haven't supported. Yeah, he called them out yesterday. Good. He said, I want my best players to be the best players. And any team to be successful, your best players have to be your best players.
Got to ride them. That's right.
I think they're going to come out tonight. I think Dana's right. They're going to kill him. That was my third pick, is the puck line. Minus 1.5 goals.
Calgary on the puck line. What's it?
At home, plus 255.
That's a good value right there. I love puck line value. Plus 255.
Plus 255.
All right. Wow. I like it. I like it a lot. So and again, I forgot to say it earlier, but throw the record up for these guys. I might have missed that. So we're going to throw the record up for where they are right now. And it sounds like this is going to be a profitable night. All right.
I hope so.
Yep. You heard it, viewers. All right. Scott Carter, Dana Lane on top of the breakdown, feeling good about where they're at right now and knowing that the momentum on this show with their picks is getting ready to pick up and it's going to move forward. So with that being said, Dana, thanks for being with us. We'll be back with you again real soon. Scott Carter, as usual, can't wait till you get the hell out of the studio. But guys, it's a pleasure working with you, and I just hope we can really get on a roll and help our viewers out and let them cash those NHL tickets. Yep. All right.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.